Welcome all in. Good morning, California. How you doing down there in Oklahoma City? And good afternoon, almost late afternoon, a few more hours till you're off work. Down there in Florida or in, South Carolina, North Carolina, Ohio, all you Eastern time zoners. Yes, don't worry, the day is almost over. It is Monday. How you doing out there on this Monday? Yeah, invigorated, you pumped up, you're excited for a brand new week. Thank you, Nersha Benko. I saw you brought the raid in on my startup screen there. 300 viewers coming over from Nersha Benko. Woo! I can't believe 300 of you are awake this early on a Monday morning. Well, okay, it's still technically morning where I am in Edmonton. So it's afternoon or later in the evening wherever you are, because we do have UK viewers. We got viewers from France. We got viewers from Germany, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Ukraine, Poland, maybe even in Egypt. I don't know if we have viewers in Egypt. I haven't seen an Egyptian viewer yet, but I know it is evening for some of you guys. But still in the morning here, I've got my Cafe Verona. Yes, my Starbucks blend today, Cafe Verona with some half and half creamer, some butterscotch coffee syrup, and maybe some other coffee creamer mixed into. I can't remember what I put in there this morning. It's Monday morning. I just threw some stuff in there that makes a coffee. So I know not all of you are coffee drinkers, but hey, you don't know what you're missing out on. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Raiders from Nersha Benko. I see the temperatures are looking good for many parts of the country, many parts of America, many parts of Canada. We'll get into some temperature news a little bit later, but yes, welcome into the dawn of a new lineup. It is episode 95. 95. Power, I, Pitcher BABIP, are they still a thing? Well, maybe it's too early to tell, but today is the beginning of a new, a modified, a changed, a enhanced, whatever adjective you want to use to describe the new engine in OOTP. This morning, it came into effect early this morning. So we will find out. I'm sure the analysts, the modelers, the people out there that crunch the numbers and do the spreadsheets, they will tell me which players I should use in my lineup within a day or two, because they are the best at doing those things. I just look at ratings and go, yeah, he looks pretty good. I'm going to throw him in the lineup until I hear otherwise. So yes, this is episode number 95. Ezra Denny, good to see you. 95. Maybe that's a good title. A meta mess. Or is it a meta rainbow? Or is it a meta pot of gold? We will find out very soon. And again, if you guys have not come across Ezra Denny yet, Ezra Denny, one of the new OOTP drop providers, affiliates. I think I spelt that properly. Go check out his channel, streaming the San Francisco Giants. He'll tell you everything you need to know about Willie Mays and the 1950s. Because, hey, maybe that's when he grew up. I don't know. Maybe he was a young lad toddling around at the San Francisco Giants games in 1958, enjoying his ice cream and hot dog and soda pop, holding his parents' hand as he sat up in the bleachers right above Willie Mays. No, I don't think Ezra's that old, but he enjoys the San Francisco Giants. more so the Will Clark days. Yes, belated Happy Mother's Day. Yesterday was the day for all the mums out there, and let's just say all the parents out there that have raised and supported and been involved with their children over the years. Once a year in May is Mother's Day, but every day should be Parents' Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Grandmother's Day, and so on, because there's so many great parents out there. And yesterday was the day that we reflect and kind of celebrate at least once a year those moms out there. So if you are a mom out there, hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you got to put your feet up. Hope you had some flowers and candy and some relaxation on that day. I am a laptop hound. And if you're new to the stream, if you came over in the raid and you said, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Well, I'm a Canadian and I stream 3 times a week from Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 1:15 p.m.ish Eastern Standard Time for a couple hours. And then Mondays, I raid into the good conductor of the theme teams. Yes, EVC and NYC2 will be on after I am, and he will give you an update on the week that was with the theme teams. Mondays, I kind of cover a little bit of live play, maybe some live spec, especially towards the end of the month. Which card should you be buying? Because they may go from a gold to a diamond or a diamond to a perfect. We look at the live file, who's going to win the World Series as of today. Tomorrow is the historical stream. Look at the past of baseball, some of the events that took place this day in baseball history, and we continue our Babe in the Matrix series. Yes, Babe is lost. He is back in 2023, and the Matrix just keeps tossing him around from team to team. And tomorrow, Babe will be a little happy because tomorrow he gets to go home. He gets to play for Baltimore tomorrow. And yes, there will be a Babe in the Matrix contest where you'll get to fill out a Google form tomorrow and predict how many home runs, RBIs, hits, and runs he'll get. And the closest to it will get 10 standard packs. That will be the giveaway for tomorrow. Babe goes back to Baltimore. So excited. Let's see if he can break his 60 home run, top home run record, personal record, I guess. We will have some giveaways later today, though. Monday's stream is always 2 winners, 1 with 10 standard packs, 1 with 5 standard packs. So stay tuned until the end of today's show because I will do a couple draws. And then tomorrow, a few extra packs, 10 packs for 1 draw winner and then 10 packs for the Babe winner. So yeah, stay tuned. You'll fill that out tomorrow. Also a huge thank you on Thursday streams during the Hawk Report with Yours Kidneys. I don't get a chance to look at the chat too much and to look at new followers and subscribers because I'm keeping the show going. I'm making sure it's a well-oiled kind of machine going, and I don't have a lot of time because you've seen how many tabs I have open. You want me to look at the chat too? No, not on Thursdays. Thursdays is a pretty busy day. So thank you to those of you that followed me on Thursdays, subscribed on Thursdays, contributed bits on Thursdays, all those things that Twitch allows you to do. Thank you so much. And Meaty Metro Celery. Metro Celery. That's an interesting name. I've heard of, tomato. I've heard of pumpkin in usernames. I never heard of celery before. Do you like your Caesars? I don't know what the celery reference is, but Metro Celery HB, thank you for the recent follow. Bubba Butcher. Whoa, I know where I need some good prime rib. I know where I'm going. I'm going to Bubba Butcher to get some prime rib because that sounds like a guy that works in the industry. And of course, subscribers as well. Got to thank all of you, and a special thank you because I just happened, so I can shout it out right now. Brent3232, thank you for your follow. So as I always do, want to shout out a few of you that have followed recently, subscribed recently. Sometimes I put it in the ticker at the bottom. In fact, yeah, let's start the ticker going right now because, hey, you guys deserve a shout out. Thank you to the recent subscribers. And this is to one that resubscribed on Thursday. Of course, also with Stinkins. And is Stinkins in the chat today who subscribed on Thursday, or is Real Teddy-O? Teddy, are you in the chat today? Let's see it in the chat if you guys are here. But this one to Sean, who resubscribed on Thursday. Hello out there. We're on the air. It's baseball night tonight. The tension grows. Wainwright throws and the ball goes out of sight. The catcher jumps and the players bump and the Rockies fans, they go insane. Sean So rolls. Tulowitzki scores at the good old baseball game. Thank you, Sean, for resubbing to Thursday. Thank you, Brent. We'll pass something along for you tomorrow. I can't sing more than once in a row because that's people would just do that for fun and just keep subscribing, and I'd have to sing all episode, and we don't want that. Ears can only bleed so much. So, Brent, you'll get your shout out tomorrow. Thank you for resubscribing. Sean, Brent, Stinkins, Teddy O, all of you guys. Don't see Teddy O in the chat yet. Don't see Stinkins in the chat. Cobra's here. Big Red TD. What a lineup adjustments can we make for the 50s? Ooh, for the 50s. Well, there are some really intelligent people in the chat that'll be all over that and will help you out because, yeah, you do want to. 50s was a different time period in terms of numbers of pictures, especially that you want to use. So, chat, help out Big Red TD with that question. Cobra says, I've never seen Cinnabon in a username. Well, there you go. We have celery. Cinnabon will be something we see very soon. Dylan, good to see you, Dylan, in the chat as well. I'm just going with the part of the name that I can pronounce correctly because don't want to butcher it. And like I said, guys, we are over 1,000. That happened on Thursday. 1,000 followers. Woohoo! 1,000 followers. But I want to give that some thought and some special attention. So for 1,000 followers, I'm going to wait for a couple episodes, and we're going to have a bigger celebration down the line when we celebrate not only 1,000 followers, but when we celebrate 100 episodes too. Let's see if I can quickly find the quick little teaser into that picture that I made here. Let's see if I can find that. Just give me a second here. Working with all these pictures, sometimes things get out of place. There we go. Look at that. Yes. Special stream on Tuesday, May the 30th. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'm going to be having a special stream during my regular stream time where I celebrate 1,000 followers, episode 100. It will be my 100th episode. There will be some reflection. There will be some guests coming on that I've lined up. There will be some extra giveaways. Yes, not just packs, but hey, there will be some extra giveaways as I celebrate my 1,100 moments in OOTP 23 and OOTP 24. And yeah, we're gonna look back on OOTP 23 too, because probably about 70 of those episodes, 80 of those episodes were from the previous version of the game. So book that day off. Make sure you put that on your calendar. Join me in this celebration. And I want to also celebrate you guys. So some of you are going to be the center of attention on that day too. So yes, that will be Monday or Tuesday, May the 30th at 1 p.m. Tune in for that. All right, nothing to go on the, yes, EVC. We all know that in New York City, you guys are a little bit different out there. So EVC admitted he is a vampire. No bringing any wooden stakes to the show next week. But hey, go visit the vampire. After this stream, I will raid into the conductor and we will check out how the theme teams did. All right, not going to go anywhere on the map today. When Stinkins comes on, or if Real Teddy-O comes on, I want to go to his or her. Not sure if Stinkins, I would think Stinkins would be a male, but I don't know. Maybe not. We will check out where they are from. I think both Stinkins and Real Teddy-O might be from Canada. So we might get to, we got nothing really going on in Canada up here in terms of places that I've marked. So yeah, we'll check in with them if they come on. So Stinkins, Real Teddy-O, if you're in the chat, speak now, type now. Lap, I am here. And yeah, I think Real Teddy O might have made perfectly. Go check on that a little bit later. And thank goodness, New York, I don't know if you guys are in your own matrix, but New York City, who did have Babe for a long, long time, something about New York City's and keeping Christmas trees up for a long time and not being able to contact the Maytag repairman. Maytag repairmen must be hard to come by in New York City because EVC finally has his washer problem fixed. So, whoo. Well, although, having EV Sun on isn't always a bad thing either. Also, if you guys use Discord is the place to be. Come join my Discord here, small little community, hanging out, sharing screenshots of special things that happen, golf packs, rainbow packs, perfect games. Hey, Lap, I lost 12-0 in Game 7 of the World Series, those kind of things. We console, we comfort, we laugh together on this Discord. So feel free to join in and share some of your favorite Discord or OOTP moments. And if you're new to OOTP, you want a clip of the Discord song? Well, maybe it will Discord 2023. Join now. There you go. Or you want country? My dog went over to Discord. My truck is red and my barn needs a coat of paint. There, I can do country, I can do rap, I can do whatever version you want. The greatest hits of Discord coming out soon to an Apple store near you. If you are not on OOTP, go get it. Go to ootpdevelopments.com. Find, here it is. I'll even put it in the link. Look, I'm holding your hand right now, holding your hand. Go to it. They've got the Sports Fest sale on right now. So there is a sale on the game, $29.99 for you Americans. You're saving $10 for Steam, for PC, for Mac, $44 for the bundle. You can get the hockey version and OOTP 24. Nothing with points, no sales on the points. Let's see if I apply my code. I don't know if my code will work when they have their own sale. But if you type in laptop pound 24 and you click the little apply button, let's see. Nope. Can't use my discount this week. But hey, this is a better discount. You save $10 rather than $5, and you can use that money to buy some more perfect points or to buy my latest version of Discord hits, whatever you want to do. Or maybe you use that $10 that you save and you buy some OOTP merch. Yeah, OOTP does have some merch available. Coffee mugs, t-shirts, stickers for your vehicle, for your fridge, for your laptop. Go over to the OOTP store and pick out your favorite merch. And as we tested last day, it is not extra for double XL or larger. That's a bonus because I am usually an XL, double XL kind of guy. I like my t-shirts to be a little loose fitting, not like some of the modern guys who like those tight fitting shirts. No, not this Canadian, no way. I like that double XL or the XL, usually the double XL, because after you wash it, they shrink a little bit. So yeah, go get yourself an OOTP shirt. Look at that, vintage black premium heather. I didn't know there was a gray called heather. You learn something new every day. Vintage navy, vintage royal. Look at that with the OOTP logo on it. So yes, go check that out. They don't have a coffee cup big enough for me. Of course, I've got my, I don't even know how many ounces, 30 ounce, 32 ounce coffee cup, which by the way, I need a sip. Big R 1507. I hope that's not your birth year, because you would be just like EVC, a vampire, if you were born in 1507. So thank you for the follow, Big R. Go. Do you have Go yet? Go right now on the Apple Store, on the Google Play Store. You can play this wonderful game on your laptop or on a device like your iPhone, Samsung phone, Google Pixel, Motorola, Nokia 432, BlackBerry Curve. No, ignore those previous ones, because I don't think they have the software for that. And of course, Perfect Team is on Twitter. Go check out Perfect Team on Twitter. This is where you get all the latest updates with Perfect Team. And yeah, any new card releases. Last week was the release of all these 100 or all these LEs. Although on Saturday, they said, we're not making them all 100. We are giving you a 99. So I'm sure Kidneys will have something to say about the Ed Delahanty. Looks like a really, really good card that was released, I think, on Friday. Saturday, Arlie Latham, base stealer. So part of that speed kind of week, we've got a base stealer in there from the Cincinnati Reds. So if you're looking for base stealers as part of your theme team, you probably want that Arlie Latham card. So go check out their Twitter site. They also have a kind of a base game, their normal Twitter site here. We'll put that in the chat if you want to check out Out of the Park Baseball, kind of their franchise. TJ Lauerman posts his Atlanta Brave series. And yes, even on Mother's Day, did you see the pink? Did you see the pink bat? Look at that. Look at celebrating home run. Grand slam in an 8th for the Rangers. The Rangers are on a hot streak. Also, the update. Yes, this morning there was a new update to the game. Steam updated a couple days ago, but many of you on the desktop version, the Fast Spring version, may have had to update this morning. Also, Christmas is coming once again on Thursday. Christmas, we get new cards. Dishnet will be around noon Eastern Standard Time to present the new set. And of course, right after that, Kidneys and I will be back with the Hawk Report. Stay tuned to see. I'm kind of bummed because I had a 3-0 lead in the Generation Showdown, and now it's 3-3. Got to get back on track, Lap. Got to meditate a little bit over the next few days, do a few stretches, because what was 3-0 went to 3-3. So yes, check that out on Thursday after the TWIPT report with Dishnet at noon, and then rebroadcast with Dishnet at 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday night. All right, let me get to the chat. Breathe, Lap, breathe. Chadwick. Hey, Chadwick, you're in the same league as my Jim Unknown Blue Jays. Yeah, we'll give a week wrap up of how my teams did a little bit later. But yeah, look forward to playing your team there, Chadwick. Same league. Are we in the same division, though? That means we play a lot if we're in the same division. What else going on? Chalupa Pants is back. Or I can't remember what I used to call Chalupa before. Chalua Pants, maybe. We've got... I sounded like the Daddy Wags theme song. All right. Well, I am available for, what do they call it? Freelancing. You can freelance. I can record a song. All it costs you is $4.99 Canadian. And hey, buy 2 songs and get the 3rd free. There you go. We can have walk-up songs for all your 58 Giants. Okay, nothing else going on in chat. Good. Is there a maximum of amount of packs you can save? Stormin'? No. You've seen, or maybe you haven't seen, but in the past I've had Hulkamat on, and Hulkamat had, I think at one point, 1,600 packs or maybe even more. As far as I know, there's not a limit on packs, but there is a limit on cards. that you can have in your account. I don't know what that number is. Maybe someone in chat can put that in. I think it's like 3,000 and something cards that you can have. And then to store them, I think you have to sell some or get rid of some somehow. I don't know what that is. I've never got up to over 3,000 cards. Usually I sell a lot of my duplicates, but no, there is no limit of number of packs. And well, I'll save that thought for when we get to my teams. All right, Edmonton, look at that. We are 24 degrees, 76 degrees right now Fahrenheit. Look at that sunshine coming our way. Oh, Hero Driver has over 6,000 cards on his main. Okay, so it is a lot higher in terms of number of cards that you can have. Car limit, thank you, Cito. There we have an answer. Car limit is 9999. So if there's 6 cards in a pack, you guys do the math. It's Monday morning still in Canada. I can't do the math yet on how many packs to get that many cards. And Brent does what I do a lot of times, just sell a lot of the dupes, especially after the first Monday in May. Once we know what the live spec has done to the cards, that's when I'll sell off a lot of my duplicates. But I'm not really in a pack opening. You haven't seen me open a lot of packs, only on the Hawk Report. And there's a reason for that. I'm not opening a lot of packs right now. We'll get to that a little bit later. All right, across North America, you guys posted your weather a little bit later. Again, you can use the command !weather space, put your city name, and that will give you your kind of weather report. We've got 95 degrees in Port-au-Prince. Managua, Nicaragua is 93. And Phoenix looks like the hot spot right now in the USA, 92, at least in contiguous USA, the 48 states. Miami at 88. Orlando, Cubs fan. Steve, you must be sweltering there. You got the lemonade, you got the ice cubes, you got the fan going in Orlando. Well, wait, you guys probably have air conditioning. All Floridians probably have air conditioning. We've got Nashville at 87. Ooh, it's warm in many places. New Orleans at 85. The cold drink business is going to do well today. Look at that. We've got a couple Canadian cities, Edmonton, Winnipeg on the left-hand side of the screen. It's always a dream when a Canadian city makes the left-hand side of the screen. Eureka is the cold spot right now. Eureka, 12 degrees. And for those new people to my stream, I haven't gone up to Eureka often, but Eureka, here's the US, here's Canada. These are the 3 territories in Canada: Yukon, Northwest Territories, Nunavut, and Eureka is in Nunavut, way up here. Way up here. And this is a territory where a lot of Inuit people live. So they've got a post office, they've got a lot of resource development there, and that's pretty much it. There's probably less than 100 people right now in Eureka, and it is the coldest place in the Americas right now. And I understand why. So there's your Eureka moment. To make room on your roster, sell me your silver Jackie Robinson for $1,000 each. Is Jackie still really that popular, the silver one? I haven't opened one yet because I'm not opening a lot of packs, but good to see silver Jackie still holding value. And report in from Orlando, air conditioning all year round. Steve, that's not fair. Air conditioning all year. Well, I guess Canada, here in Edmonton, we have air conditioning all year round. It's called opening the window in the winter. Yeah. And then we get something similar without the costs involved in running an air conditioner. Port Perry, today it will be 20 with 100% chance of getting eaten by mosquitoes and black flies. Mr. Devil Dog, don't curse the Albertans right now because I haven't seen a lot of mosquitoes or black flies around here yet. I'm sure they're coming, but usually July, August are our bad months for mosquitoes. If you have them up there in Port Perry, sorry about that. And hey, let's go check out, because Mr. Devil Dog, been a supporter of mine for a long time, goes to a lot of streams, and chat with him on and off on Discord. Port Perry. Okay, that's Ontario, right? We're going to mark a Canadian place here. Port Perry. Where the heck is Port Perry? Let's educate some of the American viewers here. Whoa, there we go. I don't see any mosquitoes or black flies. It looks nice there. Here's Port Perry. What is, Mr. Devil Dog, what is the population of Port Perry? It looks like it's what, about 10 grand? 15 grand? Looks very, reminds me a lot of smaller Albertan communities like St. Albert, Alberta, Stony Plain, Alberta, with that old kind of architecture. Around 12K? Hey, pretty good. So if you go to Port Perry, Ontario, you get pretty flowers. You get, I don't know what this is, if it's an ice rink or, no, it looks like some sort of pool, maybe, fountain. And you guys have trees. Excellent. I was wondering if Port Perry had trees. There you go. It looks like it's on the part of a sea or lake or something there. I guess port. Duh, laptop. Yeah, port. Obviously, there's water nearby. Geesh. It's Monday, though. You got horses. Luke's for home. Luke's for home. That, when I read that out, it just doesn't flow. Like Applebee's, like Tim Hortons. Luke's for home. Okay, so I'm guessing this is home furnishing. Okay, I figured it out. All right, very pretty in Port Perry. I can understand why you have the mosquitoes and black flies, because of all the standing water that you guys have around. Look, you do have a McDonald's, Tim Hortons, and a Canadian Tire. And for those of you that are American, Canadian Tire is kind of like our Lowe's, kind of like our Home Depot, even though we still have Lowe's and Home Depot. Used to be Canadian owned, but I think it's been taken over by an American company now. But yeah, that's kind of our home hardware. Canadian Tire, or kind of the Canadian brand for renovations and tools and outdoor things. Nature's Grove Design. Anything sports-wise here in Port Perry, Devil Dog, that we should look in on? So you're right here along the, I don't know which body of water this is, Lake Scugog. Lake Scugog. Okay, let's zoom out. Where exactly is this? Oh, okay, so you guys are just north of Oshawa. Toronto's the biggest city in Ontario for you non-Canadians out there. And our capital city is Ottawa, way up here near the Quebec border. And so Port Perry looks like a kind of a cottage community. Lake Scugog. All right. So there we go. Now I know. Oh, we got something sports here. We got a track and field. Okay. Must be where, oh, it's a high school. Okay, it's a high school track and field place. There you go, Port Perry. If you're ever in the Ontario region and you want to go check out the black flies and mosquitoes, Port Perry is your place. I gotta mark it though. Let's zoom in here. Do they have like they got a beer store. We know we're in Canada when you have a lot of beer stores. Pump Port Perry, all the alliteration. Pump Port Perry gas station. Fancy Jarvis Pools. Chateau Bleu Manor. Little French Canadian in there. Just Pets, famous buys. Okay. Let me add that to our starred places. They missed the chance. D King. You must have a English background because yes, Port Perry. What was that? Port Perry Petro Parkade, something like that. Yes, they could have put in an extra P there. Lots of fishing in the summer, hockey in the winter. Devil Dog, can you skate on Lake Scugog? Do they open that up to the public to go skating on? They do. A lot of Canadian places do that. So freezes up here over the. We've got a cemetery nearby. Freezes up over the winter, and yeah, you can go skating on Lake Scugog. I have to admit, as a Canadian, I was not familiar with that area. If you asked me where Port Perry was, I would have said Ontario, and that's all I would have known. So thank you for educating the rest of us about Point Perry. Large hockey tourney on the lake. Well, it looks like a pretty big lake, so that would be fun. Playing a big kind of like a pickup hockey kind of game. I know in Canada I think we have the world record for the longest outdoor hockey game played. Every year they try and set it in a place called Sherwood Park, Alberta. And yeah, I think it's the record for the longest hockey game played. I think like 3 or 4 days straight or even longer that they play hockey with referees and everything. just, beer league or pickup kind of hockey. All right, so where did I leave off? Oh, yeah, news. Well, I am not a big Perfect Team Live player. I have not delved into Perfect Team Live. If you guys have, how are you enjoying it? Are you having a lot of fun with that? But this morning, they announced the prizes for Perfect Team Live. So I know EVC and NYC has enjoyed playing around with the beta, and I think he's going to, play Perfect Team Live. I know he was at the top of one of the leaderboards for a while with the beta. But if you come first weekly, this is a weekly leaderboard, 50 standard packs. And then it drops down to 100th place, you'll get 2 standard packs. They haven't announced the monthly prizes, so I'm sure the monthly prizes will be something even better than this. And I'm not sure because I don't play Perfect Team Live. You still get perfect points, right? So if you have guys that get home runs, those perfect points are put into your bank account, so to speak, right? You get those points. So you're not only going for packs, but you're trying to build up your perfect point bank account, is my understanding. I probably won't do much of this simply because I don't have the time. And I love the fact that this open world game gives you more choices on how you want to spend your time with OOTP. But I don't think this will be one that I put a lot of time into. Not that I don't want perfect points or I don't want packs, but I just, the timing deadline at 10 a.m. is too early for me. And with a lot of games not being decided as in terms of lineups by 10 a.m., if there's an early game, you might be able to get a lineup. But right now, if I go to the MLB site and look at this, Dylan, if you're in the chat, I think, or Dylan, were you from St. Louis? I think so, right? Look at these beautiful, gorgeous St. Louis uniforms. I'm not a Cardinal fan, but this reminds me of the powder blue Montreal Expos. Maybe that's why I like these so much. What gorgeous looking uniforms in St. Louis. I think Dylan was from St. Louis. Yeah, D King, that's the exact same for me. That early lock is the biggest struggle because if we look at the starting lineups for today, as posted by Major League Baseball. We see, the pitchers, but they don't have all the batting lineups. Let's see if this works here. So a lot of teams don't report their lineup until later in the day, a few hours before game time. So if someone's scratched or it's too late, you can't adjust your lineup. So for me, the time lock is my biggest issue as to why I probably won't get involved with it too much. I would like it to do like other sites do, where it's kind of a flexible lock where you can switch players up until that specific game starts. So 10 minutes before the Blue Jays, I can check out their lineup. And if I have a Blue Jay in my lineup that isn't playing, I can switch them out for someone else. But once the game starts, those players you have in already can't be changed. To me, and maybe it will evolve to that, but having that 10 a.m. lock, that's 8 o'clock my time. Yeah, I don't want to get up early every day just to set my lineups. And yes, you can do it the night before, but again, there are always lineup changes throughout the day. Yeah, no lineups. That's probably right, D King, because usually it shows me the full lineup, but the fact that none of them are showing, and we had a 10 a.m. deadline, so we don't know any guaranteed lineup yet, and you had to set your lineups. Still fun though. Like I'm not knocking Perfect Team Live at all. It is a wonderful addition. Gives you another choice. You can earn perfect points. You can win packs. Great addition. But for me, I'd like to invest my time in other areas of the game because I don't like guessing. I'm not a baseball expert by any means. So I would just be throwing things up in the air and seeing what sticks in terms of players that I picked. But I'll still dabble once in a while. You can set tomorrow's lineup right now. Yeah, so I can set tomorrow's lineup, but I don't know exactly who's playing and what the batting orders are. And Bailey says there's a good site that projects lineups. And that's what I mean, Bailey. Yeah, you can do your research, and if you have time to do that, by all means, go do that. But to me, that's just an extra step that I have to go through to research. And like I said, I'm kind of more invested into other things with the game right now. So maybe at some point I'll try it out. All right. Kind of like throwing darts. Yes. Bailey, is this the Bailey that is this the Keto Mosquitoes? Is this the Keto Mosquitoes, my competition that was in Perfect League? If you're a PT Plus subscriber, your roster carries over from day to day. Even if a player is or two is a scratch, you can still earn. Yeah, exactly right. So that Mr. Devil Dog makes a great point that if you're not worried about chasing first place, because I think whoever wins the 50 packs is someone who invests a lot of time and research into Perfect Team Live. But if you just want to earn some perfect points, whether it's 10, 15, 110, absolutely. Yeah. Then you don't really need to know specific lineups. You can just throw a lineup in and spend 5-10 minutes and earn 20 perfect, 30 perfect, 50 perfect points. So great point. I guess where I was speaking from was for the competitive people that want to win those 50 packs, it's going to require more time, as it should be. All right. Punk 42 AE. Yesterday you had a game that started 11 a.m. and there are some games that start at 10:30. So 10 a.m. is probably about the latest. Yeah. For a set lock, they have to go early because there are early games. That's why I would like kind of that flex lock that other sites use where you can set your lineup once that specific game starts, those players are locked, but still allows you the flexibility to change out other players. But this is the first year for OOTP and live, so we got to give them a little bit of leeway, because I'm sure as time goes on, new things will be added. And starting pitchers, yeah, you have that set lineup, but you don't know exactly the starting pitchers. So you're going to lose out on starting pitcher perfect points. But again, for the casual player that just wants to earn a few perfect points, nothing wrong with not having the right starting pitcher. You're still going to earn something with PT Plus. So here's a good gauge by Mr. Devil Dog. Without much effort, you are earning around 250 perfect points a day. Okay? So there you go. Without much effort, that's kind of what you can expect. So now you have to think, well, is it worth the time to earn 250 perfect points? Or should I put that time into building a better tournament roster where I can earn more packs? See what I mean? You gotta allocate your time to a place that you feel can benefit you more, whether it's live, whether it's tournaments, whether it's league play, because league play, you earn perfect points too. I probably earn 250 perfect points a day from league play, right? All the accomplishments that you get from games. So if I'm spending that time creating a better league play team, it's just an open world game. You decide on where you have the most fun. Time value is in the eye of the beholder. Absolutely. Or yeah, just put in Coors Fields. Whoever's in, let's see right now, who is, yeah. So the Reds are at the Rockies today and for the next couple of days. So if you just want to spend a few minutes and throw in Colorado and Cincinnati Red players, you're probably going to earn a fair bit of perfect points just simply because the ballpark. Heavy Reds in the lineup today. So maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll set a lineup for tomorrow with Reds and Rockies. Although today it's 0-3 Hunter Green up against 1-0 Connor Siebold. Well, guys, we are going to get into last week's results. We'll take a look at how my teams did. I'll ask you about your teams, how they did. So we're going to get into more OOTP right after the break. Big break coming up here, guys. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks again, Nersha, for the raid. Back in 3 minutes' time. We are back, and we'll kind of pick up from where we left off here. We were talking baseball and perfect team live play. Yeah, baseball and perfect team live. And just going through the comments, NASBase, who is another new affiliate with Perfect Team and OOTP, does a wonderful, wonderful breakdown on his streams. If you want to play Perfect Team live to a higher level, go watch NASBase. He breaks it down for you. He guides you through. And one thing that I love that NAS does is goes through the weather of each of the games that are being played, or a lot of the games. So he shows you a site that you can use, and D King also mentioned another weather forecaster for baseball. But NAS does a wonderful job of breaking it down on his streams, and I fully expect that NAS will be in the top 10, 20 of the weekly leaderboards, because he knows what he's doing with Perfect Team Live. He has some experience playing these types of, similar contests in the past. So go check out NAS with his Perfect Team Live updates. You can usually find him on every day or two, and he spends some time going through Perfect Live. There you go. Seconded by Ezra. Alex, that puppy that you saw there, no, that is not my puppy. It is my favorite breed of dog, the Golden Retriever. I am a huge, 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 huge lover of Golden Retrievers. I've had a couple in the past 15 or 20 years. Both passed away younger than they should have. Golden Retrievers do have a lot of issues that they experience. Right now I have a cross German Shepherd and a Belgian always forget the name of it, but a big Belgian something or other type of dog. But every once in a while, I like to bring a golden retriever into the family because they are my favorite breed of dog. So loving, so affectionate, so loyal. Yeah, I miss my golden retrievers. Crowley was the last one that we had, named after a supernatural character. I love that show on TV, Supernatural, and Crowley was one that we recently had and passed away a few years ago. So there you go. All right. Have you been following the NHL playoffs? In our little kind of small little bracket that I set up, I am not doing well. I am at the bottom. Sea Shockers at the top. Yeah, I was not good at predicting this year's NHL playoffs. And I have to say, I was a little bit sad last night because my Edmonton Oilers were knocked out of the playoffs. So Rich Grisham's Devils and my Edmonton Oilers did not advance past the second round. Toronto Maple Leafs, one of Canada's teams, did not advance past the second round. We haven't got all the second round winners yet. Tonight is Game 7 of Seattle, Dallas. So I know Dr. D, I know IBDB, big Seattle fans. I know there's some people from the Seattle region probably cheering on your Kraken tonight. That would be an upset if the Kraken beat the Stars. The Kraken already beat the Colorado Avalanche. Sorry, Sean, for bringing that up again. But they seem to be that Cinderella team this year, the Seattle Kraken. I never, if you could have placed a bet on Seattle, Las Vegas as the final two teams in the West, I think you could have converted that into a lot of cash. Mr. Devil Dog, I never would have seen that coming. I think one of the reasons I'm the most upset is it was such a great opportunity for Edmonton to win the Cup this year. Colorado knocked out, New York Rangers knocked out, the Devils knocked out, the Leafs knocked out, the Bruins knocked out, Tampa Bay eliminated. All these teams eliminated, maybe Dallas eliminated. This was their easiest route, in my opinion, to a Stanley Cup. They just didn't have the goaltending. So what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened, we'll never know. But congratulations to the Golden Knights for taking out my Edmonton Oilers. High speed, Hermes, yes, you're German, you're from Germany. Draisaitl, what a beast. What a beast. Reminds me of, McDavid being more like the Gretzky, skilled, talented, high-scoring player. Draisaitl is more like the Mark Messier, more like the Alex Ovechkin. Edmonton is very fortunate to have what I believe are the two best forwards in the NHL right now. Yeah, Crosby's good, Ovechkin's good, Stamkos is good, Matthews is good. There's a lot of good NHLers, but in my opinion, right now, Edmonton has the two best forwards. So yeah, it was really disappointing. He put it all on the line. Him and McDavid. We're just not deep enough. We're not a deep enough team. Well, it's been a while, but we gotta look at what we should be celebrating today. I can't celebrate an Edmonton win, but what are today's days of celebration? Well, one is International Family Day. In Canada, we have Family Day in some provinces in February, but apparently it's International Family Day, one day after Mother's Day. So there you go. And one of my favorites, I'm thinking of those crumble cookies right now. National Chocolate Chip Day. Oh boy, I'm hungry for a chocolate chip cookie. Apparently, see, I learned something new again every day. Apparently, the chocolate chip cookie was invented or created by Toll House cookies. I think that's a Canadian company, or no, I mean an American company. Toll House. Yeah, Massachusetts. So Toll House, Ruth Graves Wakefield had originally planned on making a chocolate cookie, but she put in chunks of a chocolate bar into it. And as she baked the cookie, she realized that the chocolate from the bar was not melting. And so we had these chunks in the cookie, but it was delicious. And the rest is history. Thus was born the chocolate chip cookie and the Toll House Cookie Company. I did not know Toll House came up with that cookie. So, yes, have yourself some chocolate chips today. And it is National Straw Day. National Straw Hat Day. Who doesn't? Come on, admit it. You have one of these in your closet, right? You have at least one straw hat in your closet. Everyone does. Maybe it's got a logo. Maybe it's got a company on it. Maybe it's, a Southern type of hat. Apparently, they exist in all cultures, which makes sense. I did not know Americans call them Panama hats. Huh. And that it brings up images of Teddy Roosevelt, who inspired the building of the Panama Canal and the teddy bear. Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt inspired the teddy bear. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but it's something that when I taught social studies history in school, I would tell my students, I would say that there's a rumor that Teddy Roosevelt was a big safari hunter, liked to go to Africa, liked to hunt wild game, and his favorite, or his daughter's favorite animal was a bear. And so he always liked to bring back things like little toys or whatever of bears. And apparently that's where the idea came from to create the teddy bear from Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know if that's a true story or if that's just myth, but it's what I heard at some point in time. So straw hats, go put on your straw hat today. Celebrate National Straw Hat Day. Right on. Cubs fan Steve has his Cubs straw hat, his Panama hat. Why is it the Panama hat? Is it because when they built the Panama Canal, the workers were all wearing these straw hats? Logically, that's to me what it would be. But yeah, I don't know the history why it's called the Panama hat. And hey, D King, hey, Alex, hey, EVC, NASBase, the doorbell hasn't rung yet. What's going on? No one has brought me flowers today. Today is Bring Flowers to Someone Day. There you go. I don't care if you pick them out from the yard. If it's your yard and you pick your flowers, where are my flowers? Send a bouquet to someone, pick some flowers for someone. Apparently this started back in ancient Greece, Rome, and China, back in the mid 1700s, Victorian era, and their language of flowers. So there you go. Another day, bring flowers to someone. So I dare you, I challenge you. Here is the lap challenge. I challenge you guys and girls and everyone out there. Give flowers to someone today. Even if it's just out of your, I don't care if it's dandelions or from some bush off, on your property. Give someone some flowers, just not the ones that the dried dandelions where you and they go all over. They probably wouldn't appreciate that. And then they're going to go, what the heck is this for? And you will look them right in the eye and you will say, Laptop Hound told me to do this. He said to bring someone flowers. Now, where's my chocolate chip cookie? It's exactly what you need to do. There you go. Those are the days that we recognize today. All right, let's get to some OOTP. There you go. D King, I like how you think. Discounted, yes. You go into the shops, and because Mother's Day is past, they've got a sale on all those flowers. So it's like win win, win win. Alex, yeah, same thing. Went to the local Kroger's and they were 50% off. Now you guys have no excuse not to give someone some flowers. All right, so let's look at my teams. My Steve Super 7 All Stars. This is my theme team that I started up on May the 1st. This was my starting roster. And as of now, I have all the best cards I can get on my team. The only card that I could get that would improve my team is this LE Dwight Evans, who is on an all-star roster with Dave Stieb. For those of you that don't know, this Stieb team, Dave Stieb was part of 7 all-star games. From 1980 to 1990, he was selected 7 times. 127 players played with Stieb during those 7 games. So I have 127 players to choose from. Now, many of those players do not have peak cards. Dennis Eckersley has a bronze. Randy Johnson has a low diamond. Roger Clemens, he's got a few low cards as well. They will come out with better cards for these players, so I'll be able to acquire them then. But as of this moment, the only card that would improve my team is limited edition out of 25 Dwight Evans. And as you can see, he's pretty expensive. So I don't think I'll be able to get this because you have your Red Sox themed teamers, you have your Dwight Evans fans, and let's face it, this is a really good card. It is a playable card right now. So I don't think I will add Dwight Evans to the theme team. I'll have to wait until DishNet announces some upgrades. Ricky Henderson was on the All-Star game with Dave Stieb, but he doesn't have that elite card in the game yet. So there you go, the Dave Stieb Super 7. They made the playoffs in Stone. They lost to Kava. Revenge will be mine, Kava. Yes, he knocked me out in the wild card series 2-0. He would make it up to the championship series. He streams his playoffs on Sundays. So you have to check out Kava's streams. When he makes the playoffs, he streams until he gets eliminated. And then that's the end of his stream. He lost to the Flat Earthers, who eventually would lose to the Nines theme team. But again, EVC will cover all theme teams, but I wanted to kind of show you how my All-Stars did, making the playoffs. And the I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but Dave Stieb, they finished 11th, and the top 10 go up to Iron. So I get to stay in Stone. If any of you are in Stone and you have a theme team, you'll meet up at some point with the Stieb 7 All-Stars. You didn't know you were killing off a streamathon yesterday. Yes, yeah, I did post that. I did show that a little earlier. Let me go back to that, because for those of you that are looking for either your first copy or for your second copy, there we go, $29.99 for the PC, for Steam, or $44 for the bundle. And if you live in Canada, like Devil Dog and myself do, if you're a Canadian, then the game is on for $34. So if you're looking for your first copy or for a second copy to create more theme teams, this is the week to do it. My Rocky Mountain Gladiators finished at 81 and 81 in gold. So they were in gold. They finished 81 and 81, didn't make the playoffs, didn't get relegated. This is a team I have neglected for about 3 weeks. I have not touched it much in 3 weeks. I'm just waiting to see how this new engine comes into play that was created today, and also waiting for maybe some better cards to come along. There are some really good cards. No doubt. This is my dream card right now. I don't know if there's any left. Last I checked, there was like 22 out of 25 was pulled. So probably they've all been pulled already. But the best pitcher in the game, Grover Cleveland Alexander. Second best pitcher, Addie Joss. With the old engine. Not sure with the new engine how much that will change. Also, are you guys still trying out for the May PTCS? Are you trying to find a way to qualify? 128 teams qualify for the monthly PTCS. And then once those are done, the top 20 or 64 will qualify for the PTMS. And if you have no idea what that's about, I do have a video on my YouTube channel from one of the streams from a couple weeks ago that you can check out the best way to qualify. So go check that video out if you're interested in trying to get some of these really good cards, like the Carl Yastrzemski from the last one. All right, next up. So the Gladiators, status quo. They're staying in gold. Want to go back to OOTP 23. I don't know if you remember last week. Last week, my Gladiators won diamond and they went up to perfect. This is my fourth time being in perfect. The other 3 times, I dropped back down the next week. I just wasn't competitive enough. And Bailey, Quito Mosquitoes, look at that. They finished at 82 and 80. I finished in a 3-way tie for the last playoff position. 3 teams, one of them makes the playoffs and gets to stay in perfect. So I had to play some extra season baseball. Now, fortunately, Quito Mosquitoes, I played them in the last regular game series, and Bailey, I beat your team 3 out of 4 games. So I want to thank you. I know it wasn't intentional, but I want to thank you for allowing me to do what it took to even make it to a playoff tiebreaker. Because if I didn't win 3 of 4, I would not be here. My first playoff was against NWK. I won that one. Then I went to the second playoff. I won that one. So I qualified for the playoffs and I got to stay in perfect team. The first time I've ever done that in this version or last year's version or the year before's version, that I've stayed in perfect team 2 weeks in a row. So for me, that is a big high fives all around. I know it's the older version of the game, but that was my victory. And apparently Bailey says that I'm in the same division as the Quito Mosquitoes once again. So I couldn't believe it, because my Monday last week, I was like 5 and 12. And I thought, oh, okay, here I am going back to diamond. I did not check the whole week after that. I did not go back to this version of the game and check until Sunday. Sunday, I thought, okay, let's see how bad I lost and got relegated. And I saw this and went, wow. So good. We'll see if I can stay for 3 weeks. Here are your first ever qualifiers for Perfect League 2024. OOTP 24. These are the 20 teams that get to play for that first physical trophy. Yes, there is a physical trophy. These will be the first 20 teams, and more teams will be added in coming weeks. So 20 is the lowest number that they have. So the best chance, each of these managers has a 1 in 20 chance of coming away next Sunday with a physical trophy. Teddy O, the real Teddy O, Joe Buck yourself, who subscribed to the channel on Thursday. Congratulations if you're in the chat. on being one of the 20 teams. Fabtron7, who is from Edmonton, you can see with his team name. Congratulations. Fabtron, I believe, won a trophy last year and has somewhere as a, displaying proudly on his desk. Dishnet's Fishnets is not Dishnet. It is a parody of Dishnet. Lowly Worm, congrats on making Perfect Team. We see some familiar faces. Drago Fred with the Seattle Aftershocks, a perennial Perfect Team manager, one of the best league managers out there for sure. The Seattle Aftershocks are always a threat to win this. And a few new names that I'm not familiar with as well. So congratulations to the 20 teams that made Perfect League. Good luck this week in your smallest, amount of teams that are going to make it, because it will eventually go up to 40, I believe. So if you're going to win it, hopefully you can win it this week. The E6 teams. Yeah, good question. For those of you that are new and you might see some acronyms like TBD or E6, they have their own special club, their own special group. They have their own Discord or their own message board system where it's basically a collection of Perfect Team managers that discuss strategy. They discuss the best cards. They give each other advice. So it's kind of a club within the Perfect Team universe. And they identify themselves with their club name, E6, TBD. Just like Theme Team is TTC, they have their own. Except Theme Team is just, have fun and have your theme. These guys have their own club. And I think they even, they have interviews to get into it. Everyone just can't join it. You have to apply, I believe, to some of these to be part of this club. And they do very well. The E6 teams do very well. You notice 3 of them. And the TBD, there's also an FFS. I see that acronym around too. So yeah, that's what those mean. Denbrew, good to see you. We started doing it with DMs that are in MLB and added it to the end of your team names. So we might start seeing more of that throughout the year. In a nutshell, a team of managers that have a private communication network where they share things amongst themselves and try to better their teams. Boom. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So thank you guys. Still lots of you here watching in and tuning in. If you missed the beginning of the stream, couple things I want to point out. There will be some prizes, some giveaways at the end of the stream. 2 of you will receive some packs, 10 packs or 5 packs. And tomorrow in the Babe in the Matrix series, there will be 10 packs giving out to whoever can predict to the closest overall total home runs plus RBIs, then hits and runs that Babe Ruth will have with his 2023 Baltimore Orioles. Yes, Babe Ruth is going home tomorrow and going to play the 2023 season with Baltimore. So we have some chance to get some packs today, some chance for packs tomorrow. And in a couple weeks, May 30th, a special Laptop Hound stream celebrating my 100th episode and 1,000 followers. Going to be a fun one to do on May the 30th. All right, I'm going to switch over screens here. Just give me a second. One thing I like to do every, thanks, Johnny. Yeah, thanks for it's been a whirlwind of, and I still don't understand Twitch. I don't. Their ad breaks and their little contests and little channel points and things that you can do and bits and bytes and everything in between. I'm learning, but yeah, it's been really fun coming over from my YouTube channel and focusing primarily on Twitch. All right, one thing I like to do every couple of weeks is to take a look at the game, the real Major League Baseball game within the perfect team or the OOTP environment. So this is today's live file. Remember that at any point in the season, you can start up a new file save. And if you click the right buttons, it'll bring you to today's date with all the stats, the standings as of May the 15th, which is today's file. So when I look at the standings, let's go to the overall standings here. This is exactly what the standings are in Major League Baseball. Tampa Bay's 31-11, and look at this AL East. Look how competitive. All 5 teams are above 500. So if you're the Boston Red Sox, you're over 500 and you're 8.5 games back. Ouch. Even the Blue Jays, 24, they got a 600 winning percentage and they're still 6 games back. So it makes sense then that all the wild card teams, look at that. The top 4 wild card teams are all AL East. Just amazing where we are on May the 15th. The Twins leading their division, they've got a lot weaker division. You know, the Twins would be 4th in the AL East. Kansas City Royals, 12-30. AL West, Texas, amazing. They're on a good run right now, 25-15. Unfortunately, Oakland is the only team in the league that hasn't won 10 or more games. Oakland. Yep, kind of embarrassing. The A's, less than 10 games won. In the NL East, the Atlanta Braves, Milwaukee Brewers, Los Angeles Dodgers, all leading their divisions, with the Diamondbacks, the Pirates, and the Phillies in top wildcard contention. Worst team in the NL? Well, looks like the St. Louis Cardinals. Who would have bet on that? That by May 15th, the Cardinals were the worst team in the NL. Yikes. Speaking of a matrix, we got some matrix things going on here. So yes, when you go and you start a new game save with today's date, you get all of this. You get all the current statistics. So let's go to overall. Luis Arez is currently leading the entire league in batting average, 382. He's flirting with 400. Pete Alonso, 13 home runs to lead the lead. What else do we got? Acuna Jr., 54 hits, most in the league. And also he has the most stolen bases at 17. So here's a card that was a 97 in April. It went to perfect at the beginning of May. And yeah, he's staying perfect. As of right now, he's not dropping. Good player to have in your live games too, on a hitting streak. So that's what's cool about this, is you can start playing from a specific point in the season. In this case, May the 15th. Look at our pitching leaders. Alex Cobb with the Giants. Ezra. Got to be partying with this. Alex Cobb, 35-year-old, and he's leading with a 170 ERA. Woo. Does anyone know what his card rating is right now in Perfect Team? Does he have a silver? Does he have a bronze? Does he have a gold? Because he's pitching really well for the Giants. He's a card that I would speculate could go up in June. Wins, we've got Zach Gallen and Clayton Kershaw and Mr. Steele, Justin Steele with the Cubs. Cubs fan Steve. Got a good 6-0 pitcher there with a 182 ERA. Second in the league. So this Justin Steele, someone let me know what his card is. Is he a future legend card or is he just a regular card? What level is Justin Steele at? Cobb is a silver, could go up to gold. Be a good investment if you can get him cheap because silver's worth 100, gold's worth 1,000. No way, Steele's a 58? No way. Holy smoke. So Cobb is a 73. If Steele is a 58, I can only imagine what he's going for right now. And really good in Perfect Team Live, too. As everyone goes to the card shop and buys up all the Justin Steeles. Yeah, I'm going to have to write him down. He's going up in June. He is not going to stay a iron card. Max says, sadly for the Cards, their pitching was a question mark, and they picked up high-priced catcher who can't call games. Well, they did have night. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. Before we get back to this file, let me go back to Major League Baseball here, if I can find it. MLB. Why is it? I know Jackie Robinson Day is a specific day when everyone wears the number 42, but I'm seeing all these ball teams wearing these old school uniforms. Can anyone give me the short version of what they're celebrating this month with all these uniforms? While you're doing that, let me just look up MLB. And MLB. Yeah, I see a lot of like I said, old style uniforms, some retro uniforms. And Blue Jays wearing their powder blue. Those powder blue, I just love them on any team. Is it their City Connect uniforms? Okay, tell me what. Again, I'm not well versed on this. What is City Connect? What do we mean by City Connect? Help me out. Help a Canadian out. All right. Well, let's go back to. Okay, so special uniforms to connect the team to the city. Okay. So the powder blue Cardinals with St. Louis on it instead of Cardinals have been their alt Saturday jersey for a while. Okay, I love those ones, Master Dave. The ones I showed earlier with the powder blue with the Cardinals and the red and the yellow. Oh, those are amazing. I love those uniforms. All right, so yeah, using starting a new file game with today's date gives you access to all the current stats. You can go to a specific team. Of course, my Blue Jays. Look on the schedule. And although they didn't do well against Boston in a 4-game series at the beginning of May, they swept Pittsburgh and they swept Atlanta. Who would have guessed that they would sweep the Braves? Yes, they were at home, but even I think they had a 2-hitter on Friday. So yes, the Blue Jays are very streaky. If you're a Blue Jay fan, you got to be used to their streakiness because they'll win 7, lose 8, win 9, lose 6. Like they're just a very streaky team. They always have been for the last 10, 15 years, seem to get on these streaks. So now they go up to a 4-game series. They go to New York. They play the Yankees. Baltimore, Tampa Bay, and then the Central leading Twins. So the next 4, 7, 11, the next 14 games are all against teams 500 or better. Even Milwaukee, I think, is 500 or better. Let's see. Milwaukee, where are you? Yeah, Milwaukee leading the Central. So, man, the rest of this month, June, who do they play? Well, they get the Mets in June. They have a tough schedule. Their next 15 games could make it or break it for their season. Yes, please sweep the Yankees. I don't care if they lose out of their division, but if they can go, better than 500 against the Yankees, the Orioles, the Rays, like look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Their next 11 games are against 3 teams in their own division. Wow. So yeah, that's what's great about this save file is that you can have some fun. You can look at the stats. You can look at, the different players. So if I go to the Blue Jays, Gaussman 2 and 3, Manoah 1 and 3, Chris Bassett doing well. 349 average. He's 5 and 2 on the season. And look at this picture. 31-year-old Kikuchi. Do we have a Kikuchi card in Perfect Team? And what is his rating? Because he is 5 and 0 right now. 389 ERA. Kikuchi. Another guy to keep your eye on for live spec. Yeah, I just love looking at the newest save file in game and all the players. So we go to Toronto's batters. Guerrero Jr. hitting 315. Chapman 317, 320 for Bo Bichette. Kiermaier. What a contract that was. What a contract this guy was. What is he earning? No, he's not earning $9 million, is he? Is he earning $9 million this season? Well, he's hitting 311. So that looks like a good signing. All right. So yeah, any team that you want to go through, let's look at Cubs fan Steve, his Cubs. Jan is hitting 312, 381, only played 5 games. Christopher Morel. There's an up-and-comer. Christopher Morel. Signed as an international free agent back in August. Looks like a good one there, Cubs fan Steve. You got any more information about Chris Morel? Ian Happ? Cody Bellinger? Suzuki? Another Japanese player? Hitting 267. Came up from Iowa. Things looking good. Things looking good in Chicago. Where are they in the standings? They are currently 1 game out of the wild card. Don't give up hope there, Steve. There is still hope for Chicago. Kikuchi is a 52. Okay, after stream, I am getting some Kikuchis, and I am going to pick up that other pitcher I mentioned. I've already forgotten his name. Picking up some Kikuchis and picking up some steals. Yeah. There you go. It's probably they're way overpriced now in the card shop, but I'll keep an eye out for them. All right, let's sim ahead, guys. I like to do this every couple of weeks. Let's find out, based on today's game file, Let's find out who wins the 2023 World Series. So we're going to go up to the end of the season. Check how things go. Again, on the left-hand side, you see the AL leaders. For those of you that don't play the base game, all the American League leaders on the left side. On the right side are the NL leaders. So last time we did this, I believe it was, we've done this 3 times. Seattle won the World Series one year. Dodgers won it one year. And I can't remember, I think Tampa Bay won it the last time that we did this. Kikuchi was selling for 14? Wow. I'm picking up some Kikuchis. I think he's got to go to at least bronze, right? He's like 5-0 for the Blue Jays. I know it's a more minor role. He's their number 5 starter, but Steele is a safer bet, I think, getting that Steele card. Yeah, that's probably not something you want to clip there, Alex. After the stream, I'm going to go get some Kikuchis. Well, there are worse names, I guess I could pronounce. After the stream, I'm going to get some Steels and Kikuchis. Hey, it's a steal of a deal. Absolutely. Okay, so we are in July now. Let's see if the game allows me to stop here. Let's check out quickly what the standings look like 2 months from now, July the 15th. Tampa Bay. Well, the Yankees seem to have dropping off quite a bit. They are 27 games out. I will take that. OOTP, if this is real life, I'm fine with the Yankees 27 games back. In the Central, we've got the Tigers who overtook the Twins. Astros overtook the Rangers, which is a possibility. And wild card, Rangers, Orioles, Blue Jays. In the NL, the Braves have a 14-game lead on the Mets. Cardinals, look at that. From worst to first in 2 months. So, Cardinal fans, Dylan, don't give up hope. OOTP has them recovering in a big way, going from worst team in the NL to leading their division. And same with the Dodgers. They're still leading the West. Your wildcard teams, the Padres, the Diamondbacks, and the Mets. That is as of July 15th. I rock this just jumped in, and hopefully it wasn't while we were talking about Kikuchis. And maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong, but hooked on phonics, that's what it sounds like to me. Taylor Walls is still raking. Raking. He's a bronze, so Taylor Walls, another guy to keep an eye on midway through the month. Remember that the June live spec will be a little bit later because it is always the first Monday. So that's going to be June the 5th. So June the 5th is the first Monday. So it won't be the very first day of the month. It's always usually the first Monday when they update the live players. All right, we are at the end of July. Let's go to the beginning of September. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. We're currently looking at the latest game file, save file from OOTP. When you start up a new game, there's an option to import all the current statistics and standings from Major League Baseball. That's the one that I imported today. So we are playing out the rest of the season as of May the 15th to see who takes home the World Series. And currently, we are about mid-August right now. Boston's Verdugo is leading the average in the AL with 318. Alvarez has the most home runs and the most RBIs at 108. And Ruiz, 53 stolen bases. In the NL, Freddie Freeman, a 350 average. All right, here we are, September 1st. Rays in the East. Twins regained the Central. Astros, 4 games up in the West. Wildcard teams, Blue Jays, Rangers, Orioles. Seattle, 1 game back. Yankees have recovered from 27 games out in mid-July. They are now 18 games out and only a couple games out of the wild card. In the NL, the Braves walking away with the East. Cardinals, 3 games up on the Pirates. And the Dodgers, comfortable lead in the West. Wildcard teams, Padres, Mets, and Diamondbacks. Pirates, 1 game back. So sorry, Cubs fan, took a turn for the worst, and you are now 59-74. All right, let's go to the playoffs. Yes, Royals not looking too good, 50-94. Ruiz. Chapman. Okay, I think I got Chapman. Matt Chapman. I think I got that. Yes, I fully admit pronunciation is not my specialty. So worst record in baseball right now in mid-September is Kansas City with 53 wins. The Reds have 72. Oh, the Rockies have 55. So Kansas City could catch Colorado. And we are on an ad break, so we've got about a minute before the ad is done. So we will be back and check out the 2023 playoffs in a minute or less. We are back after a short break. Yes, the break kicked in while we were going through and simming ahead to the end of the regular season in 2023. So let's get back to it. We are now at the playoff juncture of 2023. Here are the final standings. Best team in baseball was the Atlanta Braves at 105 wins. The Tampa Bay Rays were second. Your wild card teams in the East, Jays, Astros, and the Mariners and Rangers are going to have a how come we got 4 there? Okay, looks like 2 teams are tied. All right, and in the East, Padres, Diamondbacks, and Mets are your wild card winners, and the Dodgers, Cardinals, and Braves take home the division championships. So here is the playoff tree. In the East, we've got Mariners against Toronto. Toronto does not play Seattle well, it seems, in the playoffs. Rangers going up against the Twins. In the NL, we've got the Diamondbacks and Padres, the Mets, and the Cardinals. The Yankees are last. Let's take one more look at that. Look at that. New York Yankees, 20 games back. Just enjoy that moment. Sorry, Yankee fans. So again, if you're just joining in, what we've done is we've taken the May 15th OOTP save file with all the stats in it, and we've simmed up to the playoffs. Before we go through the playoffs, let's take a look at our final league leaders. As of May the 15th, Freddie Freeman, best batting average in baseball at 356. Kyle Schwarber will lead the league in home runs with 48. And Freddie Freeman, most RBIs, 134. Good old Canadian boy, Freddie Freeman. In terms of stolen bases, Ruiz with 70. I think I pronounced that right. I Rock This will help me out. Ruiz or Ruiz. The Ru's got it. I think by the end of the season, I'll get that one right. Pitching wise, let's see how that Steel kid did. Oh, the Steel kid for Chicago dropped off the leaderboard here. Spencer Strider, best ERA at 248. Clayton Kershaw with the most wins with this guy, Jose. I'm not pronouncing his last name. 19 wins each. Kirby with 3 shutouts. Alcantara with 8 complete games. Same with Corbin Burns. And strikeout king is Ohtani with 271. The most strikeouts. Your war leader for pitchers, Mr. Rodon, followed by Strider and Castillo. Your batter war winners are Freeman, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Corbin Carroll. That's runs. War, Freeman, Estrada, and Carroll. The Roo is on fire. Yeah, Roo. I'm going to call him Roo from now on. Well, let's sim out the playoffs. Let's see how OOTP has the May 15th file and who wins. I'm going to call the Astros over the Braves. Who you guys picking? Put it in the chat. Who's going to win based on the playoff seeding that you see here? Who is taking the 2023 May 15th game file? I'm calling the Astros over the Braves. I Rock This as calling the Diamondbacks. Iridescence calling the Rays over the Braves. Of course, EVC is Dodgers going with an upset in the East with Seattle coming out. And Alex Hira gifting the sub to I Rock This. That means I'm always going to have a translator with me on stream. Thank you, Alex. And the Roo Ez appreciates you as well. Thank you, Alex, for gifting that sub. All right, let's play out the first round. Let's see. Go, Jays, go. Go, Jays, go. Going to a deciding game. And the Blue Jays do take the Mariners 2-1. The Minnesota Twins easily take care of the Rangers. The Cardinals maybe upset the Mets. And the Diamondbacks, I Rock This, pick the Diamondbacks. They beat the Padres 2-0. So the Braves, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Dodgers, Jays, Rays, and Twins, Astros. Final 8 teams. Let's go to the next round. Yeah, that is right. The Cardinals always sim well with OOTP. The Jays, not so much. Typically, the Jays don't sim well. But the Cardinals, there is a lot of love for the Cardinals in OOTP. Hey, speaking of the Jays not simming well, look at that. The Jays over the Rays, the Twins over the Astros. So I Rock, the Braves swept the Diamondbacks, and EVC, your Dodgers took care of the Cardinals. So Dodgers, Braves, Twins, Jays, Final Four to take home the championship. All right, let's go to the finals. Dodgers, Braves tied up, Twins, Jays tied up, Braves take the lead, Jays take the lead, and it's looking like a rematch. No, it isn't. The Dodgers. What happened there? So Toronto won in 6 games. Braves lose 7-2. They win the next 3 2-0, 4-1, 8-5. Dodgers win game 5, 8-5. They win game 6, 17. Look at that, EVC. You should be smiling. The Dodgers score 10 runs in the 9th inning. So they win game 6, 17-9, and then they go to game 7, and they crush them again, 7-1. I did not see that almost reverse sweep coming. So Dodgers take out the Braves 4-3. The Blue Jays over the Twins. How fitting, EVC. Here we go again in the Canadian-American showdown. Jays versus Dodgers. Gaussman against May in game 1. And in game 1, the Dodgers beat the Blue Jays 4-2. All right. Dustin May, player of the game, 3-0 in the playoffs so far. We head to game 2. Lance Lynn takes the loss, and the Dodgers win 9-4. Not looking good for the Canadians. Game 3, we go up to Toronto. Can Bassett bring home a win? No. The Dodgers are up 3-0. Looks like Kershaw is injured. Yeah, I think Kershaw is injured. And we still are down 3-0. Well, let's go to game 4. Can the Jays reverse sweep? Step 1 complete. The Toronto Blue Jays, in a sudden death elimination game, win 7-4. Hudson takes the loss. Stratton takes the win. Jordan Walker. All right, looks like we had some trades here. Jordan Walker is a Toronto Blue Jay. St. Louis gives up on Jordan Walker. Gotta love OOTP AI. So apparently on July 27th, the St. Louis Cardinals will trade Jordan Walker and Chris Stratton to the Blue Jays for recently acquired Varsho. There you go. St. Louis, you got Varsho. I'll take that trade. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll take that trade. Next time we do this, I'm going to have to turn trades off because they get a little unrealistic. All right, let's go to game number 5. May against Gaussman. Gaussman 4-1 with a 1.95 ERA. May 3-0, 3.86. And it is over. Your 2023 champions, based on OOTP Sim Engine, has the Los Angeles Dodgers beating the Toronto Blue Jays in 5 games. Mookie Betts, player of the game, Fred Freeman, MVP of the series. So a Canadian is the MVP, taking down the Canadian team. There you got it. Blue Jays, Dodgers. Well, that's the furthest in these test sims that the Blue Jays have ever gotten to winning the World Series. I will take that. If the Blue Jays can make the World Series, I will gladly take that result. But next time we do this, I'm going to turn trades off to make it a little bit more realistic, because them getting Walker, again, even though Larry Walker, good Canadian boy, I like the trade for the Blue Jays, not going to happen. Canadian on Canadian crime there. Absolutely. Okay. Well, we're going to do the draw for our pack winners in about 10 minutes, and then we're going to go raid over into EVC at the bottom of the hour. But first, we got to go check out the theme team, since we're going to raid in to the theme team conductor. All right, so as soon as I start up, it gives me the server update. Server update. They're both walkers. That's good enough by me. Canada had a walker, and now they have another walker traded for Varsho. I don't know if Larry Walker does have a son that plays baseball. Guess I could check that out. Larry Walker. Larry Walker. Yeah, he does. He does have a son. He's in the Canadian. Larry Walker's in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. All right, here we are on the Super 7 Dave Steeb All-Stars. Again, this is my theme team. Any teammate of Dave Steeb in an All-Star game qualifies for the team. I cannot improve the team anymore other than getting the Evans LE card, which I'm not going to get because it's pretty expensive. Card shop, Evans, White Evans, not that one. There it is right there. 285,000 is the past 10 sales. So there you go. Dwight Evans is the only improvement that will help my team right now. Carl Yastrzemski did not play with Dave Steeb in an all-star game, so I cannot even try to get Carl Yastrzemski. So pitching-wise, I've got the Roger Clemens 92. I've got the Jimmy Key 98. Chuck Finley played with Dave Steeb in an all-star game. Of course, Dave Steeb, my number 4 guy, and Ken Forsch qualifies. Got Rich Gossage, Doug Jones, Dan Petrie, Jack Morris, Dennis Eckersley, and Larry Gura. So that's the best I can make my rotation right now based on players that played with Dave Steeb in an all-star game. Hitter-wise, I've got the Mark McGuire. We will get a better Mark McGuire, so I have hope for that. Also have, let's go by position. Catching, I've got Ted Simmons. We know for sure we're getting a perfect Ted Simmons. So I know at the very least I'm going to have at least one perfect catcher. Jim Sundberg. Got Cecil Cooper, Mark McGuire, Harold Reynolds, Buddy Bell, Carney Lansford, Bobby Grich. I do have one of the PTCS Cal Ripken Jr. cards. I think I paid $99,000 for it because I figured there's no other cards I can get right now. I'll spend it on something. So I paid $99,000 and it's going for about $109,000. So Cal Ripken was a teammate of Dave Steeb in the All-Star games. Alan Trammell, Ricky Henderson, Winfield, Willie Wilson. New addition from last week. And he is doing well. Look at those splits on Willie Wilson. Look at that very poor eye. And with the new game engine, Willie Wilson is hitting .333. Went 4 for 5. Got a couple triples. Few RBIs. And 3 stolen bases. And yes, officially from the official, that the new game engine does not affect league play. My error on that one. There we go. We know we're going to get a better Dave Winfield. We know we are going to get a better Ricky Henderson. Maybe a better Cal Ripken. Maybe. Better Mark McGuire. Better Tid Simmons. And then some of the other players that don't have cards yet that were a Dave Stieb teammate. All right, let's open some packs. Let's see if we can get one of those LE cards. Feel free to use the emotes to get the hounds barking. Who let the dogs out? It's been a while since I opened some packs, but let's open some on the theme team before we do our draw today, guys. Come on, Ellie. Evans would be the best card I could pull, or any card that I could sell for some perfect points for future purchases. Yes, Willie Wilson was a triple machine. Thank you, D King. Let's get the hype going. Let's get the packs opening. I think the Cal Peak, let's go back to if it says peak on there. I remember Sporer saying that although this was one of his better years for Cal Ripken, this card here, 1991, I think he said there's still an opportunity for a better Cal card to come along. So I think there was another year that he played where it was equal to or very close to or better than 1991. So yes, possibly getting another Cal Ripken. Hitting .310 so far for the theme team. So yes, the theme team right now, they are in stone. They're 5-4 with all these other theme teamers, including, I think, let's go back to the standings here. Was there an EVC theme team in stone? EVC's changed all his team names now, so they don't jump out at me when I don't see that Fernando or that the Connie Mack attack. I don't see those guys as easily now because he's got different names for his theme team. Which one EVC is in stone right now? Ricky. There he is. All right, so we are in opposite divisions, at least in the same conference. So you're off to a 3-5 start. I'm 5-4 with the Dave Stieb. So Stieb versus Henderson, even though we both get to use Ricky Henderson. Because yes, Henderson did play with Dave Stieb. There we go. We've got our first diamond of the day. How about a future legend? Is that asking for too much? A future legend pull. What do we got? Whoa, Edgar Martinez. Let's take a deep dive. As Just Memesa says, oh, baby, a tops Edgar Martinez going for about 24,000 points. I think, Edgar was way past Dave Stieb years. So Edgar does not qualify for the team. So I will be selling him because he does not help me out. I am going to put him on the card shop. $23.99. So just under last 10 sales. $23.99. Not going to gouge on this one. If you want him, actually, I'll hold off. Well, no, I'll post it. Give everyone the opportunity. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. Already a winner with that card there. Let's open these packs. Come on, Evans. All right, this is where when you get bad pack luck, you usually give the little timeout signal. You take a breath, you stretch a little bit, have a sip of coffee. You think the gold Edgar can play a bit more defense. Oh, you might want him for the Rickies. Edgar and Ricky fit together well. All right, well, at the end of the stream, if he's still up there, I can take it down. And if you want it a little bit later, gladly would do that for a fellow theme teamer. Except, wait, you're in my conference. Let me think about that. All right, we have a gold card. We have a gold card, and it is another Walker. We had Jordan. We talked about Larry. Now we've got Christian Walker. All right, come on. LE, looking for an LE, even if it's a Cincinnati Red LE. Come on, gold. So here's a card that went up 8 points, went from a 72 to an 80. Is he likely to go diamond? I know that's a huge jump, but 2 or 3 months down the road, could he become a diamond player? Ben Zobrist, build a lineup. First time I've got that card. Great bronze pitcher. Fred. All right, we're going to go 4 more packs. Fielder Jones, another great, one of the best defensive center fielders in bronze right now is Fielder Jones. I know we had the Billy Hamilton came out last week. Another really good center fielder with speed. A gold card is Jose Alvarado. Was an 83 last month and 86 this month. Could he get up to 90? Maybe. Right. The highest anyone went up was 8 points, and I think the highest anyone dropped was 8 points from April to May. So likely we're not going to see anything more than 8 points up or down. As Evie says, you make the call. Right, 3 more packs. Jimmy Wynn, another great bronze card to use. Left fielder, great defense. Getting a lot of good bronze cards here. And 1 more pack. What do we got? We have, well, we got Frank Thomas. Look at that. We got 35-year-old Frank Thomas. But not the Frank Thomas that we all know. All right, that is going to do it for the pack opening. There is your Steve Super 7 All-Stars currently in stone and currently off to an okay start to their Monday. Again, if you haven't opened the game today and you're on PC, likely you'll get a patch update. I know Steam did it a couple days ago, so you should be okay on Steam right now. I don't think there's another update there. And Perfect Team Live is currently up and running, so get your lineups in for Perfect Team. Earn those points, and they announced earlier today the prize levels, 50 standard packs if you finished first in the weekly leaderboard. Nothing announced that I saw for monthly leaderboards. That will come a little bit later. 50 standard packs for whoever is the top of the leaderboard for Perfect Team Live. I'm assuming that goes until the end of Sunday night, just like our Perfect League cycle. Okay, I think it is that time. Let me set up my contest here, guys. That one was the one from last week. Let's go to setting up a giveaway. Remember, we're going to have 2 winners, 10 packs for the first name drawn, and we are going to have 5 packs for the second name drawn. Let me go and create that. And it is underway. Exclamation ticket, exclamation enter. Cobra fast on the draw today. The Cobra is in with the first entry. Flick of the wrist. I rock this. IBDB. Congratulations, IB, on the Kraken going to a game 7 in Dallas tonight. Good luck to the Kraken. Unfortunately, my Oilers lost out. Chadwick. We will see you in, what are we in with the Jim Unknown Blue Jays and your team? I think we in silver or are we in gold? Where are we in those 2 teams? Zen Lunatic. And 40 of you entered in. We're going to give it about another 2 minutes as I go through some kind of closing things here again. Tomorrow, tune in for Babe in the Matrix Part 3 as Babe Ruth goes home to Baltimore. He gets to play a full season with the Baltimore Orioles. We'll go through some other Babe Ruth stats and facts about the man, the legend, Babe Ruth. So that is tomorrow. And again, there will be a contest that goes along with that. The 1927 Babe Ruth imported into 2023 on the Baltimore Orioles. So you have a chance to fill out a Google form and win 10 standard packs. As always, thank you to all of you that support the channel, following, bits, subscribing. You guys are the best community on Twitch. It is a great day for baseball. The Blue Jays swept the Braves and they take on the Yankees. Go Jays, sweep the Yankees, sweep the Yankees. Come on. Take these 4 games. Although they are in New York, I don't think they'll take all 4. As always, be kind to yourself, help someone else, deliver to the food bank, give when you can, take when you need, and support those that are around you that may be going through some difficult times. We will. EVC in about 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Don't push any buttons. I will take you directly there. And boy, oh boy, I bet he has quite the lineup today. And we'll tell you who took home championships in Theme Team last week. So thanks again, guys, for the follows. Thanks for watching. This has been episode number 95, the dawn of a new lineup. Power, pitcher BABIP. What's it going to be? What's going to be the recipe for success in tournament play in the coming weeks? We'll be over at EVC in about 30 seconds. Laptop Pound signing out of the studios. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Historical day tomorrow. Babe in the Matrix in Baltimore. We'll see you next episode.